Welcome to episode 6 of the Underdog Sports Podcast. I never know what to say after that, so let's just go right into the news because there was some pretty big records
in headlines.
one big record that was broken. Just Fields breaks the single game rushing record, which is
for a QB.
Yeah. Well, no. Yeah.
Yeah, for a QB.
So yeah.
How many did he rush, like 245 if it was the record?
It was like
178.
178.
But how does Lamar not have that record?
I don't know. I feel like he passes more than Fields, but Fields actually passed quite a bit that game.
Yeah.
It was pretty high scoring though, so.
Are you guys starting to turn around on Justin Fields?
Not really. Still not.
If he performs like that,
I said he was worse than
every
Mac
game
Jones
going forward,
so.
then
You said he's worse than Mac Jones.
Yeah, now I'm changing my mind. Now Mac Jones is the worst starting QB in the league.
I think he was better than I said, but I still don't think he's that good.
Alright, and then after that, Joe Mixon decided, I just want to
Do something.
make people hate him in fantasy.
Yeah, the 1 week he plays me.
5 touchdowns with only 153 rushing yards. You would think 5 touchdowns, you get way more than that.
But he also had like 6 receptions for like 50 something yards.
50,
and
yeah.
a receiving touchdown, 4 rushing, 1 receiving.
Tyreek Hill, huge game. Or
As
huge
usual.
season.
Yeah.
Halfway there to 2,000, which no one's
Be the first ever.
ever done. Somehow.
I think he
Cooper
No
Kupp
one said
did it.
2,000?
Nope, not receiving.
I think I'll do it. No help to Tua though, because Tua's buns.
Yeah.
I'll stick by that.
Kenneth Walker running away with Offensive Rookie of the Year. And that's 100% true.
There's really
Would have been Brees if Brees.
there's really no competition at this point.
Damian Pierce.
I don't think Pierce is getting close.
I think if
Pierce is
Kenneth
already
Walker
close.
and Brees started at the exact same time, Kenneth Walker would be obliterating him in this.
No,
No.
Yeah,
absolutely not.
I think so.
That Jets team looks so bad without Brees now.
What did
They just beat the Bills. What do you mean they look
They
so
didn't look
bad?
good doing it. Look how bad they
That-
lost to the fucking Patriots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With Brees, that would have been completely different. I think we might have
Patriots would have lost if they had Brees, just because how explosive of a player he is.
Going off the Patriots, they destroyed Jonathan Taylor-less Colts.
Yeah.
How was that experience?
It was like watching Fairhaven High football. Run, run, run. Throw. Run, 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 run.
Yeah.
Sam Ellender sucks.
We're pretty
Mac
boring.
Mac Jones
leads
sucks.
the league in sacks now.
That was a QB battle for the ages. I don't know what you're talking about either.
Yeah.
Sam Ellinger versus Mac
I
Jones.
saw my
Sam
own eyes.
Ellinger is the worst starter in the league.
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, he is.
Mac Jones is still terrible.
Going to the tier list now.
Alright, so now we're going to the tier list. That is the one we did on our first episode. And we're just looking back to see how wrong we were and how right we were. Because we were right about a lot of these.
I already have one big issue. For the best, can only be one per division.
Yes.
Crap. Never mind. I was gonna say get the Eagles out of there because the Chiefs will beat them. But same division.
That's supposed to be
Conference.
like Super Bowl, I
Yeah.
guess. Alright, we're just going down the list. So, obviously, the best, Eagles and Bills, they stay there. Next, Dolphins contenders.
Yes.
Keep
I
them
agree
in.
with that. Bengals
Yeah.
contenders, yep.
I say pretend.
Yeah, without Chase though, they probably won't make it far. But with Chase, because he'll be back by playoffs, so
Yeah.
Detroit.
The first one we're wrong about. The Lions. Contenders.
either ass or pretend.
Put him
We're
in
moving them to ass.
Put him in ass.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Dan Campbell. Tampa. Now,
I say we
They're
leave.
4 and 5, so
I say we leave them there and see how this week goes.
before last week, I would have said easy moving down to pretender, but Tom Brady is now single.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Watch out.
part of me still wants to say pretender because they were like so bad up until the last drive of that last game against the Rams, but we'll keep them there for now.
49ers staying. Ravens staying. Cowboys staying. Rams.
No,
We can move that down.
Pretenders.
Yeah.
I'd say pretender. Their roster is like wicked good, but they just don't play good.
Chargers.
Speaking of a team that has a really good roster and plays like shit.
We said the exact same
Yeah.
thing last time. I think Chargers are pretenders as
Pretenders
well.
also,
Chargers
yeah.
are the
Yeah.
pretenders.
I can't see them doing anything in the playoffs.
Absolutely not.
Chiefs,
Chiefs
yeah.
contenders. Pretender.
I think contender just because they're 6-2. But
Derrick Henry.
yeah, it's literally just because Derrick Henry.
So the
I don't know
Titans
how hard
moving up.
Derrick Henry has to carry.
The Browns.
They're safe there.
Yeah, you can leave him.
I wouldn't call them ass or contenders, so.
Jags.
Ass.
I don't think they're ass.
They're ass.
They're
They're like
2-7.
3-6 or something.
They're
Yeah.
ass.
They contend.
I'd keep them in because they
Speaking
honestly
of-
could have beat the Eagles, but
The Vikings.
contender.
Contender.
You can drop
Kirk doing the little
Kirk.
thing.
You can move them
The
down to
Colts.
ass.
Are ass.
Ass. Raiders.
they're really bad too. But they shouldn't be. So
They have such a good roster to just not be
I
bad.
I want to
think
say
contender.
ass.
I think you leave the Giants in a pretender.
I was talking about the Raiders, but okay.
You had your mouth full
Yeah, I
with the
know.
Giants. I
With
leave
their
them-
record, they should be contender. But
but they're the
they
biggest
just don't look
pretenders
that
in the
good.
league.
Especially these two.
yeah,
Because I
We're
think
gonna- we're gonna
they
hate
will
on that.
have to play probably the Cowboys in the playoffs. Broncos.
Leave them in pretender.
Yeah.
I guess
Green Bay.
ass.
Ass.
Rodgers is washed. Confirmed.
Yeah. That last performance. He threw more picks last game than he did the entirety of his MVP season. In one game.
How many do they have?
3.
Damn.
When he won MVP the first year, he had like
He had 2 interceptions.
40 touchdowns and 2 or 3
Two
interceptions on the season.
Cardinals.
Ass.
Cardinals.
Ass.
I think they're good in pretender.
They're pretenders.
Yeah, especially when Hollywood comes back, it's gonna be tough to guard D-Hop and Hollywood.
Seahawks.
Contender.
Yeah,
Contender.
the other two we already moved down. So
Ass. The Jets.
I'm
moving them up.
Put them in.
they're pretenders, but with Brees, they might be contenders. Except he's gone.
That Jets defense looks really good for no reason.
You can move them up too.
Falcons.
Yeah, move them up.
Pretender?
I think they're ass.
I think they're ass.
They're ass.
Aren't they like 4 and 5?
They're ass.
They're yeah.
Move them up.
I don't like them though. Their roster's like really bad because Kyle Pitts is a fraud.
Bears.
You leave them there.
I guess.
Texans.
Leave them there.
Yeah, they're the worst. The worst.
Football team.
Leave them there.
Saints. I think Saints are pretenders.
Saints are
Yeah,
pretenders.
they're not
Did they win last night?
horrible.
No.
Steelers are ass.
But they have like
I mean,
absolutely
Commanders beat
obliterated teams just
They
randomly.
don't look bad at all, so I wouldn't say they're ass.
Steelers.
Leave them now.
Yeah, in that
Ass.
middling area. Panthers.
Leave
Horrible.
them there.
Ass.
We're not
Pats.
moving them up. That game's
They're not great, honestly. Their roster's so fucking bad, man.
watching that game hurt my eyes. It was so incredibly boring. Watching defense after defense, no offense. So you're leaving them there.
All right.
They were struggling against the Colts.
Who's also an ass team?
The Colts.
Yeah.
Yeah. But one's more ass than the other.
Also, the Colts fired their head coach. And
Yeah.
they hired Jeff Saturday, who said he was shocked to become their new head coach.
He was also like shit talking the Raiders, telling them they look like shit. Now they face them in 2 weeks, so that's gonna be a test for him.
Yeah, usually when a new coach comes in and he doesn't exactly know what he wants to do with the team, they just run the ball. So, Jonathan Taylor, fantasy owners, you might get some
I
points.
hope, but I doubt it. We'll do the stars first.
All right.
I don't know who my fantasy. Am I starting?
Yeah,
Yep.
start.
My first fantasy star was Dallas Goedert. He had 24 and was projected 12. I could have put Mahomes there, but we all knew Mahomes was going to do good.
That's true.
So I decided to put him.
I got Devontae Adams, bounced back from last week from being Luke's L. Got 36.6 points and he was projected 17. So,
Good
big
for him.
comeback. Big game.
My fantasy star was Andrew's boy, Kenny Walker. I figured he'd do good, but he saved me in 2 leagues, so he got 28, basically 28. So,
So my fantasy star was my guy Joe Mixon with
Only does good
55,
against me.
projected 18 and scored 55.
I thought he was going to get like
not
70.
much more to
It's
say
not
about
much
that.
more to say about
I
that.
thought he was going to get 70, but they just stopped playing him in the late.
Yeah, he had
third.
like 50 at half almost, or 40.
He had 50 at no, he had
He had like
he had
40, he had
52.
45 at like
he He had
Started
52 at
off,
halftime.
Yeah.
Andrew L.
Tyler Higbee.
Yep.
You got 0 and was projected 10.
Wow.
Yeah.
Let me double check.
Mine's Donta Foreman, who expected a little bit better than 4 points, projected 13. But I was gonna try and trade him, but the trade looks are gonna be shit after this week. So
I'm gonna put a little asterisk next to mine because I have David Montgomery, but that is because I was so high on him before the year, and he's looked horrible every single week, and I'm just starting to get fed up now.
Because he's on the Bears.
Yeah.
because he sucks. Tariq Cohen's better.
I miss him.
I miss Tariq Cohen being cheesy. Man.
So again, I really didn't have a fantasy L this week, but the person who scored the lowest amount of points was Dalvin Cook with 13 points, and he was projected 16.8.
Oh no!
So
13 points. What a
I-
bad
what a-
week.
Yep.
What a bad week.
Always sucks when they get touchdowns.
Yeah. It always sucks when they contribute so little to my 200-point performance.
Yeah, so our prediction record. First is Zulad, 47-25, went 10-3 last week. I'm second, 45-27, 2 games behind Zulad. I had the same record last week, 10-3. Third is Andrew, 43-29. He is 4 games behind Zulad. He went 9-4 last week. And last is Dylan, who's 42-30, who is 5 games behind Zulad, and also went 9-4 last week. So we all did pretty good.
I love how it's just like 1 game off.
Yeah.
Has anyone gone negative yet? On this?
I went negative in like the second week.
Week 1, week 2, but now
I
I
don't think
think
I've gone negative. I think I've gone neutral.
I was fucking horrible the first week. I was like 4-9.
now we know what the teams are about. So the first
Yeah.
weeks were kind of rough.
All right, weekly predictions. The Thursday night game, I think. Falcons, Panthers
It's an amazing
at Carolina. That's gonna be a shit
Terrible.
show.
It's fucking garbage.
I'm gonna go with the Falcons.
Yeah, I'm going Falcons, because who
Oh, it's
is
probably-
the Panthers quarterback? They reactivated Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold.
I think it's Baker.
PJ Walker got benched, and Baker played like poop.
Andrew, why do you think, or Zula, why do you think Carolina's gonna win?
I just feel like, one, because I feel like the Panthers are just, one, they're in Carolina, so that's going to help. And 2, I feel like the Panthers overall just are going to, I don't know what it is, I just feel like they're going to perform very well this week against the Falcons, considering the tough L they had handed to them by them earlier.
If I predict Kyle Pitts gets a touchdown, can I get an extra point?
I will consider it because that won't happen.
Nah.
That guy's a fraud. Next game, Seattle 6-3 against the Bucks in Germany. So there's technically no home team here. I
I
gotta
put Seattle,
go.
even though I think it's going to be a Tom Brady wash. I have to put Seattle.
You know what? I'm going Bucks.
Bucks. I need to gain some
I
footing
think-
in the
Yeah,
rankings, so I'm going Bucks.
I think they're gonna get some motivation off that last drive against the Rams, carried into the next week, and
Destroy the Seahawks.
Yeah.
I have a feeling they're going to destroy them.
also I think the Bucks have like a really good run defense. So let's see how
Yeah.
Kenny Walker does against a real test.
We don't need a run defense. We got Geno Smith.
All right, next game is another. Actually, no, I wouldn't say a shit show, but the Broncos and Titans, and I'm not really high on either team, so that's why I was thinking that. But you kind of have to go the Titans here.
Yep.
It's literally just how good Derrick Henry does at this point.
Yeah. Broncos are still yet to look good. Andrew, I'm
Broncos-
waiting for that week, that bounce back week.
Yeah.
Broncos country.
When's it happening?
The bounce back week was when I picked them against Jacksonville to win last week.
That was like
Damn,
2
it's
weeks
really
ago.
cold out.
That was already?
Yes. Last week it was their bye week.
Oh, no, it's
Well, I couldn't have the bounce back last week.
Next game, Browns at the Dolphins.
I have the Dolphs.
I also have the Dolphs.
I'm gonna take the Dolphins. Zulad going different
I
again.
got the Browns.
Why?
I just feel like coming off the bye week, they're going to be looking
Well,
good.
the Browns look incredible.
Nick Chubb, I feel like he's going to continue his reign of amazingness,
Yeah, touchdowns.
of touchdowns. And I feel like that Browns defense is going to do very well against Tua.
You want to hear something funny about Nick
Yeah,
Chubb?
they're not that great.
So you know how when they have like the stat points scored, it's all kickers. Number 10 in the league for points scored is Nick Chubb. Everyone else on the list is a kicker.
Wow.
I am very curious to see what his fantasy performances look like after he stops getting touchdowns. Because he doesn't get passes,
It's
so
not gonna happen.
I think it would. I hope it does. 'Cause
He's
I
literally
hate
built
him.
to do a 1-yard run at the goal line.
Yep.
He's literally built for it.
But he could also explode for like a 50-yard touchdown. So
This next game, another ugly record game. 3-5 Saints at the 2-6 Steelers. We're all going Saints here.
Yep.
yeah.
I wouldn't trust the Steelers with a rookie QB against the Saints.
Saints, just like I said earlier, just randomly play lockdown.
Every
just-
other game.
They just feel like it, and then they play good.
Lions at Bears. Bears have the better record, but that's because they haven't had a bye week. And I want to say the Lions. I don't think the Bears
think
are that
the Bears.
good. Even after the Fields week, I think
It's a tough one.
Actually, now that I think about it, it's kind of a tough one.
It's two teams who are both coming off big W. Wait, did the Bears
No.
win?
Mm-mm.
No, Justin
No.
Fields just did good.
Mm-mm.
yeah, I don't think he's gonna do good 2 weeks in a row. That's a lot to ask for with him.
He's not getting over 150 rushing yards yet. I don't know.
I don't know, man. He's playing against the Lions defense. He
I'm
might.
taking the Lions. I'm taking the Lions.
need to
Dan
split.
Campbell. I'm
Make me
taking
the odd
Dan
one out,
Campbell.
Zuled. Pick the Lions. We know you want to.
I know I want to, but I don't know if I'll just keep
This-
it there or not.
Is the matchup of the week. The 7-1 Vikings versus the 6-2 Bills. The Vikings haven't really faced that great of a team, so this is like a real challenge.
Their actual test.
They're going untalked about right now for a 7-1 team, so all of us got the Bills.
Hey,
Bills are
if
just
the
that
Vikings
fucking good.
win, remember the Cousins curse. They're not
The
making the
Vikings-
Super Bowl.
If the Vikings win, I'm gonna stop sleeping.
The
on them,
Vikings
seriously.
have beat the Packers,
So Vikings.
the
Bad.
Lions, the
Bad.
Saints,
Shit.
the
shit.
Bears, the
Shit.
Dolphins, the
Good.
Cardinals,
Good.
and the Commies.
Well, Dolphins without Tua.
The Dolphins without Tua.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know.
see
This
them
team's a
doing
bunch of frauds.
Giants against Texans. Texans with the worst run defense in the league, so I think Saquon's gonna obliterate them.
238 yards.
Giants.
Calling it.
Brian
He's gonna do
Daboll
what
coach
Derrick
of the year.
Henry did to them.
But better.
Gooder.
Jags versus Chiefs at Arrowhead. Kinda can't really go Chiefs here.
Can't go Chiefs.
Or can't go Jags here.
You take the Chiefs. What's
the,
wrong?
the chefs.
Colts at Raiders. Ooh, this is tough.
I didn't know what your favorite team
Shit.
in the league was. The
Yo.
Chefs.
I'm going with the Raiders. How do the Raiders have a worse record than the Colts?
I don't
The
know.
Raiders are bigger chokers than the Ravens.
Also,
Raiders were up 17-0.
also the Colts beat the Chiefs. I will never let that go.
Man,
Wait, they did?
Yes.
I don't think the Colts will
Oh, yeah,
look
they
good
did. I
with
was watching that
the
game.
new,
That was like
new
week
head coach.
4 or 3.
Cowboys, Packers. Packers fucking suck. This one's quite obvious.
Damn boys.
Them boys.
Damn boys.
Cardinals, Rams. These teams should be way good, but they are not way good. I don't know what else to say. I feel like this might be a shit show.
It's probably gonna be a shit
Should've
show.
been like a
Jalen
shootout.
Ramsey and D Hop's gonna be cool to watch.
Oh yeah, they always fucking fight each other.
Mm-hmm.
So, I
So
got
cool.
Rams.
Divisional.
I-
If the Cardinals defense cannot
Wait.
stop Geno Smith,
Have the Cardinals won a game since Modern Warfare came out?
Nope.
no.
They're 0-2.
I honestly,
Rams.
I was gonna say Rams too.
And who? What teams did they lose to? Was it the Saints and us, the Seahawks?
Mm-hmm. No, they beat the Saints.
Chargers at
They did?
49ers.
Oh, it must have been whatever week.
Another two teams that were supposed to be way good, but are not way good.
I'm going 49ers.
I should be picking the Chargers.
I'm gonna go Chargers just to be the odd man out.
Oh.
I
Don't
want-
make me send Baldy on you.
In real life, I want the Chargers to win, but in this, I think.
Well, he'll be happy because he's got that fraud Eckler, who is the most overrated running back in the league, and I'm just gonna say it.
What?
Yep.
He's basically a receiver playing running back.
Yeah.
There you go.
He's not that good. He just gets
Fantasy
more
points.
targets than any receiver in the league.
Fantasy points right there.
And the last game of the week, which Commanders Eagles, another Mickey Mouse win. The Eagles undefeated season, and
We'll continue.
Hey, I like how
I don't
they
know. Taylor Heineke's 2-0 this year, right?
He's not played the Eagles.
Exactly. We don't know what's coming.
What?
We don't know what's coming.
Also,
You can win.
putting the Eagles on prime time is just the entire world, I guess. I don't know how much of the world outside of America watches NFL,
London.
but everyone gets to see the day that they lose.
I hope this is the biggest Mickey Mouse season. I don't want to compare them to the Steelers from a few years ago,
Mm-hmm.
but they don't look like an 8-0
Hey,
team.
you know
They're
who the team
but-
who ended their streak?
The Commanders.
The Commanders.
I remember watching that. Oh,
I was so hyped
Chase
watching that
Young.
I
game.
wish.
Chase Young out for the season.
Is he back or did he get hurt again?
I don't know. I haven't heard anything or seen anything about him other than him.
I
on
saw
the
him get
sidelines.
removed off the injury list and he was like practicing or something.
Physically unable to perform list.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what pup is.
Haha.
I always see
the pup
pup list.
Whoa.
The pup list.
Alright, so the Eagles play for the remainder of the season the Commanders,
Mickey
the
Mouse.
Colts,
Mickey Mouse
W.
win.
the Packers,
Mickey Mouse
W.
win.
the Titans,
Actually, that's not that.
That's a decent game.
the Giants,
Mickey.
Decent game.
the Bears,
No,
the Cowboys,
W.
the Saints, and the Giants again.
Okay, so they can lose
So they
about
face
5 of those.
The only games that would be close, the Titans game and the
Titans,
Giants.
Cowboys.
What are the
Titans,
QBs they
Giants,
face?
Cowboys.
What QBs do they face? They face Dak. They face Daniel Jones. Tannehill. That's like it.
Heineke, Rodgers,
6%
No.
chance of winning.
Ellinger,
No.
Let's not score by 100.
Malik Willis,
He didn't put his lineup.
Daniel Jones, Dak,
I think it's
Justin Fields, and
That's a horrible
and
lineup.
Jameis.
Mickey Mouse.
I don't know how this team's
Undefeated
scored
season.
30 points, but
They're better than the 2020 season. I will say
Yeah.
that though.
Well, you don't like old ass Big Ben
Fuck 'em.
throwing the 2 TikTok boys.
Fuck 'em.
no longer.
They no longer on that team.
That's it for NFL. We'll just skip to MLB real quick, and you notice there's no Bryce Harper or Phillies man on the table because the Astros won the World Series.
Honestly, people were all rooting for Philly, but I didn't want either team to win because I hate Philly fans, and the Astros cheated. But the Astros won, so congrats.
I'd rather have shitty fans than cheaters.
I don't know. I really can't stand Philly fans. They're my least favorite fans in any sport. Worse than Cowboys fans. Worse than Lakers fans.
We deserve help.
We're being targeted, man.
I didn't. My
No,
team
I said
deserves
you guys
help.
are better than Philly.
But yeah, at least it was good for like Justin Verlander.
Did a rookie win the
Some of the
MVP?
players were like, okay, you deserve it, but
Didn't the MVP or the World Series MVP go to a rookie?
Yeah, it
That
did.
just proves the fucking MLB draft is BS.
MLB draft is so stupid. People get drafted from like high school, right? And they don't show up for like 6 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's insane.
No, it's not updated. Dang it.
Dumbest sports in history.
Oh, Jeremy Pena.
Oh, I know who that guy is. He got an MLB The Show card early in the year.
Those stats are pretty good.
He
Almost
won
350
MVP,
batting
so.
Jesus.
Yeah. Damn, we had a real. Holy shit, Corey Seager.
Corey Seager was
Easy.
so
That
good.
went to a pitcher.
20 RBIs, 8 home runs.
That was in the World
Steve
Series.
Yeah. Austin met him. Got his
Really?
autograph. Like literally the week after he won that.
Oh yeah, Brody was with them too. I remember.
Yep, Brody and Lucas.
When did that happen?
2018.
Oh, when they won
Yes.
the cheater title.
He actually had a really good.
I don't know why they didn't
Postseason stat.
just wipe out that they won that and give it to the other team.
I don't think they would give it to the other team, but still.
That's what I would do.
Alright. NHL stat leaders. You guys can just sleep for this because it's going to be McDavid for everything. McDavid, 13 goals. McDavid, 27 points. Alright, Andrew, I want you to say the next 2 names.
Oh.
Cal Cutler Buck.
No, there's an L.
You replaced the L in the T.
Clutterbuck.
Clutterbuck.
Cal Clutterbuck, 53 hits.
I can't give you any advice in this guy's last name, so.
Jake Oettinger or some shit like that.
Jake Ottinger.
I said
That was
that.
close.
He is 5-1 and has a 952 save percentage. Now,
I
leading the
wanted to say
league,
something else, but
the Golden Knights and Bruins both tied at 11-2, just dominating. And bottom of the league, Blues and Blue Jackets.
the blue teams.
Yeah, the Blues. And also the black and yellow or gold teams are at the top. The Blues are 3-7, and the Blue Jackets are 3-9. So, if you're blue, you lose. Yep, that's what they say. Alright, NBA stat leaders.
For points per game, it's Luka with 36 points per game. Assists per game, James Harden. Or Harden. Harden with 10 a game. Rebounds per game, Rudy Gobert with 13.9.
Rudy Gobert.
Best record, the Bucks lost to the Hawks, so they're no longer undefeated.
Thank
But
God.
9-1, it's still good.
Go.
And the worst record is the Magic and the Rockets with a 2-9 record.
And you can add the Lakers there too because they've played one less game.
So they're 2-8.
Yeah. And they're bound to lose their next game. I said they were going to start the season 2-10, so I'm looking good right now.
There we go. 2-8 Lakers.
You love to see it.
And now,
That brings
what
us to
you've
the best
all
part.
been waiting for,
The best part.
the Bobo stats. This week, he had his
We get to
career
see
high
him
in
real.
points in a game. He had 23 points.
LeBron James.
That's crazy.
Get to see him in real.
We're
I
going.
can't wait.
December
We're gonna
18th.
get
Footage coming.
11.4 points per game, 6.8 rebounds per game, 2.2 blocks per game, 67% field goal percentage. He's like Rodrigo
That is
Blankenship. 35.7 from 3. So, he's balling, basically.
Yeah,
He's
yes.
balling.
Just like we always do. I want to check the block leaders.
Miles
Turner with...
He is 6.
He only has 5
The
games
Lakers
played,
should
though.
cheer for him
Yeah,
right
Bobo's
now.
6. 2.2.
Out of the people that played 11 games, he's in 3rd. So we're going to count that as 3rd.
Yeah, 3.4 with only 5 games. Bum ass.
Bobo number 6.
He's just so good.
I'm predicting 6 blocks against the Celtics.
By the end of the year,
Oh,
where do you
December
think he
18th.
ranks?
Bobo, I say he sits top.
Definitely top 10.
He's in it. Yeah.
10. Kevin Durant's up there.
I'm going to say 4.
I'll say 4.
I'm gonna say he stays at
Number 1.
Number 1.
Yes.
Number 1.
By
Wait,
the
did
end,
you see Bismack Biyombo?
by the end of the
This Zach
season, he's going to be
Biyombo?
playing the entire game. So,
That is, I just hope.
yep. Jason Tatum's down here, right under Aquaman. All right. Any final thoughts?
Nope.
No.
All I know is if Seahawks beat the Bucks, we're juggernauts.
I wouldn't consider the Bucks to be that great, but
Now they have single Brady. You have to remember that.
Yeah, we
That's
don't know how
the
good
biggest.
angry Tom Brady is, and we know from the past, angry Tom Brady is the best Tom Brady.
Ever.
Except for against the Saints, Tom Brady, where he breaks his iPad.
Karen Tom
the
Brady.
Saints own him.
Oh, didn't they beat the Saints twice this year already?
They beat the Saints when it matters.
Yeah, basically.
Saints own Tom Brady in the regular season.
Alright, I think that's it for this week. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.